Philosophy, it's a mind blowing part of human knowledge. It's where curiosity meets wonder, where simple questions open doors to endless possibilities. In this session, let's study philosophy from scratch and explore whether there's a real connection between science and philosophy. Because understanding one may help us understand the other, and maybe even ourselves. Close your eyes for a moment and picture a tiny child asking a question that stops the whole room. Why are we here? That question is small, but it changes everything. Welcome, this is philosophy. In the next half hour, we'll take a friendly, step by step tour of what philosophy really is, why it matters, and how it connects to the universe, to science, and to your life. We'll keep it simple, no jargon, just big ideas, real examples, and small exercises you can try while listening. Ready? Let's begin. Philosophy literally means love of wisdom. Think of philosophy as careful thinking. It's about asking clear, deep questions and trying to give good reasons for the answers. Where science asks what is, philosophy asks why and how do we know. Philosophy doesn't always give one right answer. It gives us clearer ways to ask questions, tools to think better, and ways to live more thoughtfully. A long time ago, people noticed patterns. The sun rises, seasons change, people disagree about what's right. In ancient Greece, India, and China, thinkers began to ask systematic questions about reality, knowledge, and how to live. Over time, philosophy grew into branches, like different tools in one big toolbox. The five main branches of philosophy are metaphysics, what exists, epistemology, how we know things, ethics, what is right and wrong, logic, how to reason clearly, aesthetics, what is beauty and art. Let's explore each in simple language with examples. Metaphysics asks, what is real? Imagine waking from a dream and asking yourself, was that real? What makes something real? Three key themes appear again and again in metaphysics: existence, mind, and matter, time, and causation. Existence. Some things are obvious: chairs, trees, mountains. But what about numbers, thoughts, or time? Are they real in the same way? You can't touch the number 2, but it helps explain real things. So maybe there are different kinds of reality: mind and matter. Are thoughts just brain activity or something else? If your brain were copied perfectly, would you still be you? That's the puzzle of mind and body, time and causation. Does time flow like a river, or are all moments fixed? When something causes another thing, what does that really mean? These ideas shape how we see identity, change, and responsibility. Epistemology asks, what is knowledge? A simple model says, knowledge equals true belief plus good reason. If you believe something and it's true, and you have good reason to believe it, then you know it. But it's not always that simple. If you guess the right answer by luck, do you really know it? If someone lies to you, but what they say turns out true by accident, do you know it? Knowledge needs justification, good reasons, evidence, and reliable methods. Three ideas make strong thinking. Evidence matters, sources matter, open mindedness matters. Try this exercise. Pick one belief you hold strongly about the world or about yourself and ask, how do I know this? What would change my mind? Ethics asks, what should we do? Imagine you find a wallet with money and an ID inside. Do you keep it or return it? Ethics helps you frame that decision. Here are three simple ethical lenses. Consequentialism says rightness depends on results. If returning the wallet creates more good than harm, it's right to return it. Deontology says some actions are right or wrong, regardless of the results. For example, telling the truth matters even when it causes trouble. Virtue ethics says focus on becoming a good person, honesty, courage, kindness. In daily life, we mix all three. Ethics also asks when we are responsible for our actions. Imagine a doctor has one dose of medicine and two patients who need it. Who should get it? There's no easy answer, but the question forces us to name our values: fairness, saving the most lives, or helping the one most in need. Ethics trains us to notice values, conflicts, and trade offs. Logic is the tool set for clear thinking. It helps us spot bad arguments and build good ones. An argument begins with premises, reasons, and ends with a conclusion. An argument is valid if the conclusion follows from the premises, and sound if it's valid and the premises are true. Common fallacies make weak arguments sound strong. Examples include emotional appeals. When someone says, "Everyone on the internet believes this, so it must be true," that's a fallacy called appeal to popularity. Logic isn't about being cold or rigid, it's about understanding reasons carefully and thinking fairly. Aesthetics asks, what is beauty? Why do we cry at music or feel awe before a painting? Some say beauty lives in the object, others say it's a feeling in us. Perhaps both are true. Aesthetics matters because beauty shapes our values, from a sunrise to a story, from design to art. Philosophy helps us talk about why beauty moves us and whether taste is personal or can be reasoned about. Philosophy and science are close friends. Science explores what is and measures how things work. Philosophy asks what it means to measure, to explain, or to prove something. Science answers how questions, how gravity works, how cells divide. Philosophy asks why trust this method, or what counts as explanation. Early scientists like Newton were also philosophers. Today, both work together. Science brings data, philosophy brings clarity. Philosophy also shapes life. Your beliefs about free will affect how you think about responsibility. Your view of the self changes how you handle change or loss. Philosophy helps us make consistent choices and notice hidden assumptions. When you feel a strong emotion, anger, joy, fear, ask yourself, why do I feel this? What assumption lies behind it? That question itself is philosophy in action. Let's try two short thought experiments. First, the ship of Theseus. Imagine a ship that has every plank replaced over time. Is it still the same ship? What makes identity persist? Second, the brain in a vat. Imagine your brain is in a vat, connected to a computer, feeding you perfect experiences. How would you know the world is real? Questions like these train your mind to see assumptions and think more deeply. If you want to start practicing philosophy yourself, begin with three habits. Ask small questions every day. Read short essays or listen to philosophers for a few minutes each week. Write one paragraph about a belief you hold and why you hold it. Then try to argue the opposite side. Philosophy is a practice, not a degree. Everyone can do it. Here are three takeaways to remember. Philosophy is careful, loving thinking. It sharpens questions. It connects deeply to life, science, and art. It's practical, not just abstract. And it starts small, with one question honestly asked. If one idea or question stayed with you during this session, hold on to it and explore it tomorrow. That's how wisdom begins, one question at a time.